Hello and welcome to my channel, or if you're a returning subscriber, hi again. It's so nice to see you back here for another video. Post says hi too. I hope you're all having an amazing day today. My name is Tess Lark and this is an art and beauty channel, so if those are videos you're interested in, make sure you're subscribed because I'm here for you every single week. And this week I'm going to be showing you how to use epoxy resin and alcohol ink to make this really beautiful serving board. And before we get started, I just wanted to say a couple things. The first thing is that it is raining in California and the weather has dropped down below 55. So as a native Californian, I am naturally freezing. So that is why I'm bundled up. And if you can hear rain in the background, I'm sorry about that, but I'm really happy that we're having some rain in California. It's always like a little blessing and it's really nice. You know, we don't really get seasons here. We don't really experience weather. It's always pretty climate, pretty warm, pretty nice. So it's kind of nice that we're getting closer to Christmas and we have a little bit of rain. So this board was inspired by my last video where I made a resin geode style mirror, and that one turned out so cool. If you haven't seen that video yet, make sure to check it out after this one. I will go ahead and link it down below in the description. It's a really fun project. I think it turned out really neat, and so I wanted to kind of recreate that style and do something a little bit smaller scale, but also still but also still very functional. So with the holiday seasons being here, I feel like this could be a great gift idea for that friend who's always entertaining and putting out cute little charcuterie boards. If you do like this video, please go ahead and give it a like. It not only helps out my channel a lot, but it also lets me know that I'm making content that you want to see from me. And let's just hop right into this video. Oh, wait, last thing. Can we just talk about my banner? So one of my followers on Instagram, shout out to Danny versus Bear, made me this really cool banner. I absolutely love it. There's kittens, there's flowers, there's chaos. What else do you need? There's a couple of things, like a little tweaks that I'd like to make to it, but overall I am so happy with it and I hope you guys like it too. All right, and with that being said, let's just hop right into today's video. I started this project by taping off my cutting board, and I went ahead and taped off the entire back of it and just cutting around the edge, and then I taped off the front where I wanted the resin to stop. And then to save some time, I pre-mixed about 80 milliliters of resin. I'm using a 2-part epoxy resin, and as always I'll have all of the materials that I use for this project linked down below in the description, so if anybody wants to try this project for yourself, all of those will be there for you. And now I'm just going to go ahead and mix up my colors. And for this project, I'll be using Pinata Colors alcohol inks in white and a couple different blues. And I'll also be mixing up this really chunky gold glitter in a little bit of resin. That one I'm going to keep pretty thick because I don't want it to spread across my entire project and then take over. So just a little bit of resin in that mixture. And then next I have these small crystals that I'll be attaching to the charcuterie board using hot glue. Then I'm just going to really carefully take some of my white resin and get it down on that first little layer and around all of those crystals to help attach them, and that's also going to help attach some larger crystal shards that give it a nice rocky appearance. didn't do the best job of pouring these little crystal shards down here. As you can see, I was trying to get a little clip on my phone as well. Multitasking always, but that's all right because I can just go ahead and clean it up a little bit and it's just fine. And then I'm just going to add one thin layer of that gold mixture right below there. And then I'll just add a little bit more of that chunky gold right on top. And then next I'm going to go ahead and start layering my colors, starting with white. And then I'm just going to use my heat gun to start blooming out those colors and getting them to mix together and make some cool geode-like patterns. And then I'm just going to put a little bit more blue on there in some places and add a couple little finishing touches. So I let my board sit up for an hour or two where the resin was getting a bit more cured, and then I went ahead and started kind of rubbing off the excess resin that was around the outside edge of the board, and I'm going to go ahead and remove the tape as well. And then next I went ahead and I let my resin set up overnight, well, the board that is, and I mixed up a little bit more of this gold, this chunky gold glitter with a little bit of resin, again keeping it pretty thick, and I'm just going to add some gold highlights to the board. And I'm just using a popsicle stick to go in and clean up some of those lines. And then once that layer of resin is cured, it's time to go in with my Deco Color Premium Paint Pen in gold and just reinforce some of those lines. And I'll also be adding some thinner detail lines. And then my last step will be just to go ahead and pour a nice thin layer of clear top coat just to make sure that all of that gold pen is sealed and all of the crystals are nicely secure in place. So I'll just be using my finger to spread that around and make sure that I get the entire surface covered, but also it's a very thin layer. Alright, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I had a lot of fun making this project. I hope that it was satisfying to watch, and I hope that this video inspires you to make something of your own today. And if you did make it all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much. It means the world to me. I really appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the other videos that are out here. And one last quick little shout out. I do have an Etsy. It is fragilebeans.com, and I will link that down below. You can find everything that I make that's up for grabs there. I hope you all have a great holiday season, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!